Hey, MCE crew. Listen, we talk about inflation on this channel a lot. And one of the clearest and most impactful aspects of inflation is when you see it in a staple, in something you cannot do without. This is not a discretionary item. So you might be able to hold off and say, you know what, I'm not going to do home improvements right now because lumber is exorbitantly expensive. Not anymore, but it used to be a few months ago. Or I'm not going to buy that car right now because used cars are up in price. But the one thing you cannot do that with is food. You got to buy food and gasoline. That's the other one. But let's focus on food for today. We're going to talk about how we're seeing inflation in food, why we're seeing that. It's because there's a higher demand. And that definitely has an impact on your wallet. The more money you have to come out of your pocket for to feed yourself and your family, that means the less money you have to buy assets. So again, you need to have assets. You need to concentrate on getting assets that can beat inflation. Otherwise, you're not going to have the resources, the financial resources to do what you need to do, let alone be able to achieve financial independence. So let's go. Supermarkets are stockpiling inventory as food costs rise. Now, you may hear my cat. She's concerned about the price increase in food because that actually affects her too. Grocers are setting aside larger amounts of frozen meat, sugar, and other items to protect profits ahead of anticipated price increases. So you see how that works. We've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube here. And you know that these grocers are saying, you know what? Let me lock in at this price, store this stuff. That way, when the price increases hit, we, the supermarket, will not be impacted as much by it. Because supermarkets, believe it or not, are a very low margin business, okay? It's not like software where they're making, tons and tons of profit. Supermarkets are stocking up on everything from sugar to frozen meat before they get more pricey, girding for what some executives anticipate will be some of the highest increases in recent memory. Now, look, I know when I come out of the grocery store, when I'm at that checkout line, on average, I spend like $40 at the grocery store. And I'm not getting a lot of stuff because it's only two people in this household, okay, to feed. Of course, there are, other beings here that eat as well. But in terms of the humans, we're averaging like $40, 40 to 45 bucks. So I'm like, what about that family of four? Good God, what are they spending? So this report is saying that we can expect an increase in that. Some supermarkets said they are buying and storing supplies to keep their shelves full amid stronger demand. Again, more demand is going to equal higher prices because, things are going to be in short supply. That's going to ripple throughout the entire market and raise prices across the board. Grocery sales, and it's going to raise prices across the board because supplies will be constrained. Grocery sales in the U.S. for the week ended June 19th rose 15% from 2 years earlier and increased 0.5% from a year earlier, according to Jeffries and Nielsen IQ data. Stockpiling by food retailers is driving shortages of some food staples, grocery industry executives said, and is challenging a U.S. food supply chain already squeezed by transportation costs, labor pressure, and ingredient constraints. So you see what the food industry, the supermarket industry is facing? Because gas prices are higher, it's costing them more to get the food to the actual supermarket. Labor, everywhere you go, you see now hiring sign, especially in the lower wage jobs. Okay, again, I told you the other day there's a supermarket in my neighborhood who's been offering a $500 signing bonus for a long time. And even though they've been offering that, you still only get one actual checkout person. Most of the people have to go to the automated line because there are not enough people working in the supermarket. So labor costs are higher. You got to pay people more to get them in there to do the stocking, to, prepare the produce and the meat to actually check people out. And also ingredient constraints. So we're having supply concerns with different ingredients, and of course, that's going to push up the price of those ingredients. The move is a reversal from last year when consumers hoarded groceries because of concerns about food availability, disrupting the food industry. Now, retailers themselves are stockpiling to keep costs down and protect margins. So, I go to quite a few different, I go like 3 different supermarkets to get, what we need and what we prefer here. And it's funny because before this article even came out, I was at a supermarket called Giant, and they're big here in Maryland and in Pennsylvania. And I asked them, I said, hey, I don't see any baby back ribs. And they were like, we can't get them. But when I went to the Harris Teeter, they did have them. So you see, there's some jockeying going on. So you're going to see increased prices and supply concerns in different foods as well, I'm sure. Quote, we're buying a lot of everything. Our inventories are up significantly over the same period last year, said David Smith, Chief Executive Officer of Associated Wholesale Grocers, Inc., the nation's largest wholesaler for more than 3,000 grocery stores, recently purchased 15 to 20% more inventory, mainly of packaged foods with longer shelf life. So those things like, that rice that comes in a box, different kinds of pasta and things like that, all that stuff, canned goods that has longer shelf life, they're hoarding that pretty much because they're afraid the prices are going to go up and it's going to hit their bottom line. Keeping bigger supplies also helps Associated offer higher in-stock levels as the food industry fights shortages of items like beverages and frozen food. When prices start rising, food sellers often purchase more inventory than they need to protect their profit. We just talked about that. General Mills and Campbell Soup and J.M. Smucker are among food makers raising prices to compensate for higher costs. So General Mills, that's your cereal. Campbell Soup, self-explanatory. J.M. Smucker's, jams and jellies. All of that is going to see, all of those products that they produce are going to see price increases because they've got to pay more to get the ingredients to produce the product. Meat and produce prices have been climbing also, with retailers anticipating more increases through the rest of the year. So, on this channel, what we do is we come at you with solutions. Okay, we don't just want to grouse about this stuff. We don't just want to sit here and complain. We want to talk about solutions. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to give you some more information out of this article because you need to hear it. But then we're going to hit a solution to this. How can you make this work? There are 2 things you need to do. Supermarkets say they are passing along some of those increases to shoppers who continue to buy more groceries than they did before the events of 2020, as prices also climb for used cars, airline tickets, and other products. So everything is going up. If you got a car in the garage, you're thinking about, getting a previously owned car, a car that's new to you, smart way to buy a car, let somebody else get the depreciation. I don't know. You might have to do some due diligence there and compare the price to what it might cost to keep your current car on the road for a few more years. So far, consumers have yet to see the same price increase confronting supermarket operators. So it's not one for one. As grocers said, they hold down some prices to better compete against discount or low price chains. So, that grocery business is competitive. In your town, you may have a lot of grocers competing for your business, so they can't get too outrageous with the price. Few retailers expect pressure to ease soon. Worker shortages are keeping labor and transportation expensive, industry executives said, as companies boost wages and offer bonuses to recruit and keep employees. Quote, when you have a uniquely inflationary period like now, it's a feeding frenzy. I'm sure there was no pun intended, said Tony Sarsam, Chief Executive Officer of Spartan Nash. The Grand Rapids, Michigan-based retailer and distributor is stockpiling 20 to 25% more groceries, such as frozen meat and boxed foods, after more than 100 suppliers notified Spartan Nash that they would raise prices. All right, so let's talk about what you can do, what you need to do. You need to buy a freezer. Uh, and they might be in short supply. You need to buy a freezer, and you need to go out and do what these companies are doing. You've got to feed your family. There's no way around that. Okay, so my cat is so concerned that this is going to mess with her fancy feast, and it's not. But you hear her. She keeps going on and on. But you need to buy a freezer, and you need to stock that freezer with the foods that you and your family consume. That way, prior to these prices increasing, we've seen where these guys have said the prices are going to increase. Prior to that happening, you can insulate yourself from those price increases by storing more food on your property for your family, okay? And you know what? To the extent that you can, you might have to also play that coupon game in order to bring your food bill for your home down. Now, you know, if food's going up, you're going to see the same increases when you go out to eat, okay? McDonald's dollar menu, do they still even have that? Might turn into a $1.50 menu. The other thing you need to do is always, when you are putting money to work, this is the perfect example of why your money needs to work for you, and it needs to work harder than inflation, okay? Otherwise, your money's going to be worth less, and at the end of the day, you're going to buy less food. You're going to be able to buy less food for your family. The larger portion or percentage of your budget that is absorbed in food means that budget decreases for other things in your household budget. So that's what you need to do. Buy a freezer, fill it, take a look at your investments, make sure that wherever your money is, it's working hard. If it's in a bank savings account, hey, look at those interest rates. If the bank savings account is not getting you the type of interest that is at least matching these food increases, then come on, you're going to have to make some decisions. All right, guys, thank you, and I look forward to talking to you soon.